I want to ask your audience, at what age group do people make the best startups or the most successful startups? The answer is not what you think. The answer is not 25, 30, 32. It's between 40 and 45, right? The reason is people who worked for about 8, 10 years, like when I used to work in a vendors or at City, I used to wonder कि why are they paying me this much? तो कुछ भी नहीं है. तो I can make more. ये तो कुछ है ही नहीं. 1.5 लाख 2 लाख 3 लाख 5 लाख. What are they? 5 लाख 5 लाख तो क्या होता है आजकल? मैं तो कार लेना है, मैं तो गड्डी लेनी है, मैं तो ये करना है वो करना है. The moment you start working for yourself, the employee you're paying 20,000 to, तो सोचते मैंने वीज़ा दे की रहा है. ये करदा की है बंदा. अच्छा ये तो मैं इस तरह करा सकना. I can get that done through that software system. You start thinking like that, right? So the success of a startup is directly linked to the operational capabilities of that startup. If that startup is run by a young kid and they usually do very, very well, so I mean, a lot of them do, not usually, but a lot of them do very, very well. That guy doesn't have too much of real world experience of how to run a company. Tomorrow, if his chief packing lady comes and says, I'm going on maternity leave, what does he do? He has no idea whether to say, you don't have a job anymore, or as per law, I have to give you 10 months of paid leave, or तूने मेरे को पहले क्यों नहीं बताया? You know, there's a very to run operations. Okay, this is operations. Think of simple things like, should I invest 50 lakh rupees in a relationship with West Side so they can put my socks on their shelf? These are tough decisions to make, and these are make or break decisions. And this only happens when you have a certain amount of operational excellence. Now, when you have young founders, they realize that ye oh na hoye, the only way for them to get that is to hire great people. So what you will see a lot of them do is raise money and hire people to be able to run their startups for them.
Yes.
And over time, what will happen is that over 4 or 5 years, each person in the startup will have about 6 or 7 or 8%. Ude naal hunda hai ki there is no one person taking a call, so no one person is interested anymore. So because of the capital structure of the startup, it can fail. The second reason is if one guy has too much, it can fail. Right? So your question was about capital raising is thought of as the only goal. I'm saying it's thought of as the only goal of with those people who are not experienced or who have never done a startup or who have never thought of what to do. If you need 10 crores to get your ass off the couch and start working, then don't take that 10 crores, right? But if you need 10 crores to get your sale from 10 to 15 crores or 10 to 30 crores or 10 to 100 crores, then do it at that time. So with that initial money that you get, the 30, 40, 50 lakh rupees or seed funding, that's only done by the F network, right? Friends and families and fools. No one else does that kind of investment. Yeah. So that is why when you see a lot of people raise money at that stage, a lot of them will fail. So your question about them feeling that they've done their job is also because I think they know they failed, that they are not going to be able to succeed. Because with 30, 40, 50 lakhs, you're not going to do anything if you don't know what to do. If the guy can't guide you, if there is no big mentor on your board. You're selling socks right now. What would you need? 50 lakh rupees or somebody who's been the director of Trent Lifestyle or someone who's in future groups thing, right? In that case, so I think that is a disconnect with young founders. They value money way more than advice.
Than advice or strategy.
Or strategy. They have no strategy. Their strategy is, I'll do it. I know how to do it. Tony will buy this. Lily will buy this. 4-5 दोस्तों के नाम लगा देंगे. ये सब खरीदते हैं. I'm going to sell. कोई ज़रूरत नहीं, कोई फिक्र नहीं. I'll do it. But that doesn't really work.
I'll give you a small example of my own self. When I was 25, if I was offered a good sum of money, that I'll give you this much of money, you do whatever, I would have taken it. Today, after 12 years, at the age of 37, if somebody, लोग बोलते हैं कि आप लो पैसा, मैं अब मना कर देता हूँ, क्योंकि समझ आ गया है कि चीज़ें पैसा तब लेना चाहिए और उससे लेना चाहिए जिससे बिजनेस को फ़ायदा हो.
Yes.
आप अपना फ़ायदा फिर नहीं सोचते, because you then understand that the money what you are getting, you are not getting it, is the business what is getting it. And अगर वो बिजनेस को उससे बेनिफिट नहीं होगा तो पैसा लेके फ़ायदा नहीं है. और अगर वो पैसा आपने ले लिया तो आप में इतनी समझ होनी चाहिए कि वो बिजनेस में ही जाए और वो उससे मल्टीप्लाई हो, बिजनेस मल्टीप्लाई हो.
Absolutely.
नॉट जस्ट योर पर्सनल एसेट्स, क्योंकि पर्सनल एसेट नहीं होते.
Absolutely. And the way the world is changing today, you think you have 200 crore तो बहुत पैसा है, कल किसी के पास 400 होगा, फिर आप रात को सो नहीं पाओगे, किसी के पास 1000 होगा, आप किसी को सो नहीं पाओगे, right? Money is just an indicator.
I think it's just a game of evaluation sometimes, and
you're absolutely करता किया company, does it have a moat, what does it make, important things. I tell people simple चीज़ें बनाओ, toothbrush, 2 socks, shoes, जो हर रोज़ पहनते हैं, watch straps, राखी, शर्ट्स, पगड़ी, जो कुछ पहनते हैं, जो कुछ करते हैं, जो कुछ खाते हैं, जो हर रोज़ करते हैं, आप उन्हीं का काम करेंगे ना अगर, जस्ट सिंपल स्टफ,
और उसमें हल्की सी इनोवेशन ले आओ,
थोड़ी सी इनोवेशन ले आओ. मैं कह रहा हूँ जस्ट स्टार्ट, बिकॉज स्टार्टिंग इज इनोवेशन. You starting a business with no one in your family being a business owner is itself guts, right? It's itself that ability to go out there and say, यार मैं करके रहा हूँ. And that is what makes a good innovator.